Hey folks, happy you're back. Come back to the channel. Thank you for watching. In this episode I'm going to work at my Suzuki Gsx600f, aka daily ride. Well, unfortunately this bike gives me a little bit more task what I planned to do or wanted to do. So what happened is a couple of days ago I did ride the bike and I was on the highway when the fuel level reached the minimum and I had to turn the cockpit to a reserve position. But I was on the highway during maneuver, so it took a little bit longer than it's supposed to, and then the bike started to slow down. Meanwhile was a lack of fuel, and then of course later when I get the fuel the bike up could get home. But when I drive off the highway I have noticed that the bike lost some power, and that time I just thought because the cars may get some air bubbles stuck in it, and it's not a big, it's gonna run out, that's it, not a big deal. After I did go to fill up the tank and did go with the bike, but it's did not get out of it, so it's maybe not an air bubble because the bike actually idles as it should, and above like 2000 rpm she has no power till like 5,000-6,000 and then gets back on power again. So it seems some kind of fuel delivery problem, I think. And once I had a similar situation when one of the spring has been broke above the CV, and that is my suspicion. That's what I'm suspecting this time as well, because it has idle. The bike starts up once on idle and in higher RPM. So the low RPM range is the problematic. So what I'm going to do, take off the tank, open up the side, and check the top of the CVs. So in the number one, the CV looks good, spring looks good, so this one is okay. Let's move on to the next one. So in the number two also good, the spring is okay, the top, the cap as well, no any damage visible on the CV, so this one looks good as well. So let's keep going. This is in the number three, and as you can see the spring does not stand straight, and this was the cap which had the broken spring in it before, which definitely could cause some problem. If it's not standing straight, then it's obviously not gonna pull up as it should. So I'm gonna check the CV as well and gonna try to set it straight and insert upside down. Then maybe the damage part gonna be inside the slider, and then the problem gonna be solved. Hope for the best. So in the number three is back together, and I guess it's could be probably some kind of mistake when I did put back together. It wasn't straight and I did push together, that could be caused the problem. And that I was thinking how could it stop the slide itself to come up, but I'm not sure, so I haven't figured it out. But meanwhile I checked already number four, the spring and the CV is good, so this part I'm gonna put back as well. I hope only this was the problem, and yeah, obviously now I'm gonna put back together and then gonna make a test. If she's not working well, then gonna go further with the investigation. Now she's back together, I put back the tank and everything, so I'm gonna take her out for a spin to see if the problem is still there or not. I hope this helped, that I did turn the spring upside down, the damage part went lower into the slide, so hopefully it's not gonna stop the slide to moving properly. And yeah, after that I can see more. So let's go for a ride. Now I'm out of the test ride and luckily she's back to normal, so that damaged spring was the problem. But I was thinking meanwhile already, so I think I'm gonna look up my stock. I think I did not throw out the springs at the previous swap when one was broken. They did replace all four, so I guess I should have a spare, because now there's a chance there's a weak spot. So I think it's maybe gonna break at one point, and even try to find another cap. I know I have some damage caps, but still I'm gonna check that maybe something is gonna be good. And I was thinking how this could take place, and I think it was probably my mistake when I did put back. It wasn't on the center or moved on the side, and that's how it got damaged. So which means I have to keep much more attention in the future. But now I'm gonna leave her like this, and then I'm gonna check the valve clearance in a short period already. So till that point I try to find the cap and the spring. So, and hope for the best. It's still gonna hold up. If not, then obviously I'm gonna change it sooner. If so, then I'm gonna replace it that time. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, see you in the next one. Bye bye.